Glenn Hagele. These are the words of Sandy Keller. My name is Sandy Keller. I was a 3.5 diopter myope before I had LASIK in Los Angeles in late 1999. I experienced multiple serious complications and proved through litigation that I had been a victim of malpractice and improper referral. Virtually all of my pre-op testing was performed after I had taken 5 milligrams of Valium. I met my surgeon 5 minutes prior to my procedure, and by that time all concerns in question I had planned to discuss with him didn't matter to me any longer due to the drug's effect. I had dry eyes, plus my topographies demonstrated corneal warpage from 25 years of hard contact lens wear. My scotopic pupil size is over 8 millimeters, but I was treated with an elliptical 6 millimeter ablation zone. Less than half of my dark adaptive vision was corrected with the laser. All of these issues were ignored by my surgeon. During my surgery, the blade jammed in my first eye, but the surgeon didn't stop and left a ridge, which is within my dim light pupil. By 28 hours post-op, inflammation had begun to infiltrate my right cornea, which my optometrist did not recognize as diffuse lamellar keratitis, or DLK. By 1 week post-op, I had grade 4 DLK, and 1/3 of my cornea had been digested. More or less blind in the right eye, I was finally referred back to my surgeon, who blamed my optometrist for the advanced stage of destruction. At 8 weeks post-op, my vision measured 6 diopters of hyperopia, and my surgeon performed a plus 4.7 treatment with a 5 to 9 millimeter zone, further reducing my effective optical zone. The result was return to myopia and multiple images. Eventually, I found the website, which is now Vision Surgery Rehab Network, with stories of many other patients who had been damaged by laser eye surgery. I realized that I had several contraindications for LASIK. My trusted optometrist of 14 years had told me that I was an excellent candidate and had referred me to a rookie surgeon, although I had made it clear that I would pay for the best. I later discovered that he had a financial interest in the laser center I was sent to, and that he received $1,100 for referring me, although my surgeon was paid $900 to perform the surgery. The betrayal I felt was immense and disturbed me so deeply that I was unable to fall asleep at night. I would stay up until 2 a.m. or later most nights seeking information and emotional support on the internet. I consulted with many doctors, several of them who told me I would need a corneal transplant. I decided to file a lawsuit, and in their depositions, my surgeon and optometrist blamed each other for my horrible condition. My case settled out of court. It was determined during the litigation that the major size of my pupils had been altered by my surgeon when they were finally measured just prior to my second surgery. He had publicly stated that an 8 millimeter is no-go for LASIK, and with mine measuring above 8 millimeters in the dark, he had a bit of a problem on his hands. I filed a mod report via the FDA website in 2001. A few months later, I discovered that the disposition was that there was no record of me, and according to the laser center where my surgery was performed, I didn't exist. After filing the report, I was given the news the blade jam had not caused a stop-start ridge in my eye, but since I didn't exist, I had no way to add that information to my adverse event report. I subsequently had 7 additional surgeries, but none of which were successful in removing the wrinkles. I was able to discern at least 19 images when viewing a point of light. The small ablation zones caused intolerable glare at night. I fell into deep depression over my vision problems, the betrayal of my optometrist, and the incompetence of my surgeon. One night, while preparing dinner, I looked at a knife on the counter, and I had the thought that if I stabbed my right eye, at least I could put aside the hope that it would ever be fixed. The thought frightened me, and I sought psychiatric help. Along with severe depression, I was given the diagnosis of post-traumatic stress disorder. I worked with my psychiatrist for many months. My business suffered. I was unable to concentrate or make timely decisions on important matters. There were times that I wanted to die and rid my family of the burden I had become. The hyperocorrection my surgeon performed caused the DLK. Didn't end up with 3.5 diopters of myopia. I'm sorry.
If you would prefer, we can go to the next speaker and then
Unfortunately,
come
the next
back.
speaker is me.
Well, we can, Mr. Hagele, no problem. We can go to Mr. Morgan, and we will suspend the rules and come back to your next 2 talks. So no
Thank you,
problem.
Madam Speaker.